In this video, I'm going to show you how one Etsy seller made over $1 million in less than a year selling print-on-demand t-shirts. This is a great niche that anyone can do. Let's take a look.
I'm Jess at Insights by Jess. I dig deep into what makes Etsy stores successful and where they can improve so that you get the full 411 on what's really selling and why. Let's jump in. Alright guys, this is a really cool store. This is actually a print-on-demand store that is essentially print-on-demand apparel. They are approximately 7-8 months old, and they've already surpassed the $1 million mark in their sales, which is absolutely mind-blowing. So, not even open for a year, making over $1 million. I really had to showcase this store and show you that if you have enough drive and determination and obviously some free time, you can build up a really powerfully selling store. So, this store is called 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒚, and before we dig too much into all of their good stuff here, I'm going to throw out my quick disclaimer that I'm not affiliated with Etsy. I'm not affiliated with this store. I don't endorse these products or this store in any way. I'm just doing this review completely independently, all based on my own opinion, so that hopefully you can get some cool tips and tricks. Now that we got that out of the way, this store is called 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒚, and they have a bunch of different shirts and sweatshirts. These are all print on demand. So we are going to really break down why they are selling so successfully. But a large part of that has to do with the fact that they already have 790 listings. So, of course, they have put a lot of time and energy into building up their designs and building up their inventory. So, that being said, let's take a peek into their Etsy store stats. Like I said, they have 790 listings. They have 27,525 sales, which in itself is pretty impressive because they've been open since March of 2022, or probably February, but their first feedback is March 1st of 2022. So in that amount of time, when you calculate an average product price of $24, they've made approximately $1,082,000 in revenue so far this year, so far in their 7 months of being open. Now, I'm going to explain to you how I got to that $24 price point in just a second, but first I wanted to point out that these all say about $7. They are 60% off and priced at $7, and that is going to be really, really important in just a second. Before we take a peek into that, let's look at their storefront. So they have some pretty good images here. They're using mock-ups. You can see this is the same mock-up as this one, but with different designs on the shirt. Same with these two. So they're going through a reliable number of mock-ups and kind of adding different designs to them. So you do see a lot of the same photos repeated over and over with similar designs. Now, if you are selling a print-on-demand product like t-shirts and sweatshirts, you do want your photos to stand out. So using mock-ups like this, it does help them stand out as opposed to having just a t-shirt on a blank background. If you do not know where to get mock-ups, definitely make sure to check out Placeit. I do have an affiliate link for this down in the video description, but they do have free images, so you can get some basic free pictures here. And they have mock-ups for all kinds of things. Anything you can sell pretty much as a print-on-demand item, they've got designs for it. Taking a peek here at sweatshirt mock-ups, we can see that they have a lot of variety. And what you can do is find a sweatshirt mock-up that you like. For example, maybe this one. And you put your design on it, you save it, and then you add it to your store. They make it really, really easy for you to do that. And if we go back to 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒚, you can see that this is pretty standard image. They've used it here, they've used it here, and they've cropped it to focus on the design. They don't have the lady's face in here. So jumping back here, you could easily use an image like this and crop out most of the image so that it just focuses on the sweatshirt. And there's designs here for everyone. There's over 61 pages just of sweatshirt mock-ups all by itself. So 61 pages of just sweatshirts. So make sure you check that out and take advantage of a variety of different images in your listings. Also, another thing I wanted to notice while we're looking at her storefront and we're talking about her products in general is that she does have a lot of clip art style images here. So for example, this Golden Girls shirt, it is highly likely that either somebody who is running the store is really great at making clip art and maybe they're putting those clip art designs on their shirts, but more likely than that, they are buying these clip arts from other sellers and they're creating shirts with them. So that is another way to really build up an impressive amount of inventory and a variety of designs in a short period of time. So if you outsource the designing portion of it and you're buying the designs pre-made, you're able to create a lot more variety of designs in a very, very short period of time, and you will see that in the results of your sales. Okay, let's take a look at one of her best-selling shirts. So this is a girls trip shirt, and it is personalized with the year. So for example, in a couple of months, this is probably going to get updated to a 2023 shirt, and she's probably already selling 2023 shirts of this design. This has a really nice image. It shows more than one shirt here because for something like a girls trip, you're going to be buying multiples of them. And that is a really important aspect of selling print on demand shirts, is a lot of times people will buy more than one shirt and you do get a much bigger profit off of the second shirt or third shirt or fourth shirt than the first shirt because it is cheaper to ship and all of those good things start to add into your profits. And if you don't know much about how to find the ideal profit, make sure and check out my Etsy Sellers Ultimate Workbook. I do have a whole pricing and profit section. I sell this. You can get the link for it in my video description. But you could also open a Google spreadsheet and figure it out that way. Just definitely take the time and figure out your pricing. Back to her photos. So she does have a variety of colors here and she's showing very nice images. This is one that shows all the different colors of the shirt that you can get. Another one that shows V-neck shirts. So she does offer this in a lot of different options. And this is where I'm going to come in and talk about that $7 price point. So you have to choose your shirt size before you can really get too far in the ordering process. And hopefully you can see this drop-down menu here. Sometimes it doesn't go onto the video, but if we look through and we scroll through the different options here, we can see that none of these really say $7 except for a newborn size baby bodysuit. You're probably not going to be buying a girls trip design for a baby bodysuit. So you're probably not actually going to be getting that $7 product. But let's go to an actual normal size. So let's say a size adult medium here. So if you're going on a girls trip, you're probably an adult. You're probably going to be getting an adult size shirt. When I put that in my cart, it changes the price to $15.20. And then that, of course, has also a variety of different colors to choose from. I can choose pink or black or heather gray, etc. This is also on sale, and the sale ends in 16 hours. So using sales with a deadline is another powerful aspect of establishing good pricing. But we're going to take a peek down here at her shipping because it costs $6 to ship this product. So this particular t-shirt for just a basic unisex t-shirt is $15.20 plus $6, so that's $21. If I wanted something a little bit nicer, like maybe I wanted one of these V-neck shirts, it's going to be a little more. If I wanted a tank top, for example, the price is going to change for that. And all of these shirts come with different pricing attached based on the style that you want. So that's how I got to the average price point that I did, is when you add in all of these different aspects of sizing and things like that. let's take a look at her title. She's got a great title here. There's a lot of variety. She does have girls trip, girls weekend, girls vacation. Those are great ways to say kind of the same thing in a different way. So whether you're taking a trip or whether you're going into Etsy and typing, hey, we're going on a girls vacation, you're still going to pop up. This is still going to pop up. She also has vacay mode because some people say vacay instead of vacation. Her tags are have similar variety here. So girls trip shirts, girls weekend, etc. If we scroll down, we can see the rest of her tags. Weekend vibes, girls vacation shirt, girls airport shirt. Sometimes people like to wear a special airport outfit. Lots of different variety, funny travel shirts. So she's really capitalizing on lots of variety here, which is also a very smart strategy. Jumping back to the concept of pricing, people will often be afraid to do a strategy like this where one size is $9, for example, and the other sizes are 15 or 18 or whatever. In the print on demand niche, that is a very, very common pricing strategy, and so she's not actually losing sales, because if someone says, oh well, I thought that was $9 or $7, and they leave and go to another store, for example, this girls trip shirt store, which is the same, about $7 here, and they pick their sizes. Let's say I pick an adult medium. This one is $18. So I don't know if it also counts $6 to ship. So this one's even more expensive. So then I'm just going to get frustrated and I'm going to go back to the one I actually wanted because I liked this design the best, right? That's why I clicked on it, because this was my favorite design. So I do want you to keep an open mind when you are doing your competitor research and make sure that you're really looking into how are they structuring their listings? How are they structuring their pricing? That being said, I also have another disclaimer to make as we jump back to their storefront. And I apologize for saying that being said all the time. I don't know why that seems to be my catchphrase of the week, but I've said it so many times today that I've annoyed myself, y'all. So I apologize if I've annoyed you as well. I'm right there with you. It's annoying. Anyways, I do want to point out some of these designs are a little bit questionable. This looks like a pre-purchased clip art maybe that says dad instead of Superman, so it's very questionable about copyright and things. So you do want to be careful when you are doing these designs, especially if you're purchasing clip art from other people, because the clip art makers may not always be using designs that are free to use or designs that are not copyrighted by another company like Disney or Nickelodeon or something like that. Just because you buy a clip art doesn't mean that there's not an issue with it. It just means that the seller sells it anyways. So always do your due diligence when putting a store together like this, and make sure your designs are all in the clear, especially if you are making your own and you really need to do some Googling to make sure. Or if you are purchasing designs, that's even worse. Now you're investing your money and it's costing you something to get these designs. So you definitely want to make sure you know what's in the clear and what's not. So something like this, where it's a pie with 3 little whipped creams, very, very cute. It's obviously a Pac-Man style, right? But there is no Pac-Man logos here. There's no Pac-Man phrasing. It's a very, very cute design that is not infringing or harming anyone or anything by selling this design. And of course, right now this is a bestseller because we are at the end of October. We are coming close to Thanksgiving, so that stuff is really popular right now. All the Thanksgiving and Christmas stuff is super trending. But my point is, always stick to a design that you can feel confident selling without any potential repercussions for you in the future. And in fact, I do have a store review that really calls into question the copyright issue. In fact, they did when I went to do the store review. The initial store I picked for that review was already closed. So that one was a crazy one. I'm going to put that one right up at the top here so that you can have a link to that, because that is a really, really big issue that you do not want to get stuck in. Anyways, this seller has done a really good job putting together a smart store with a lot of listings, a great variety of designs, unique little mock-ups here in their store. They're not just using basic t-shirts on a basic background. They've really put some intention into their listing photos, and they've done an excellent job with their competitor research and getting the right SEO strategies into place. So if you wanted to start your own print-on-demand store, this is an excellent store to use as an example for your competitor research. What are they doing that put them ahead that you could also potentially learn from and grow? Especially if you have some free time and you can just get started putting out design after design after design. No matter how long it takes you, no matter how slowly or quickly you go, one of the nice things about print on demand and digital designs for that matter is that you can really just put out a few listings at a time and consistently keep growing as you add more listings. So if that seems a little bit overwhelming, no worries. I totally get that. You're definitely going to want to check out this print on demand idea that is super simple. It doesn't need any crazy design skills, and it still pulls in 100,000 in sales a year. You can check out that video review here.